Hello friends, today for math we're going to be talking about subtraction stories. These are a little bit of like addition stories that we practiced a few weeks ago, but instead of coming up with an adding problem at the end, we're going to be using a subtraction problem. There are a few differences between addition and subtraction stories. When you start telling a subtraction story, the biggest thing that's different is instead of starting with parts, you're going to start with how many you have in all and then take some away. I'm going to tell you 3 different subtraction stories using this picture as an example, and then for your assignment today you're going to have 2 choices of pictures and I want you to practice telling a subtraction story about those pictures. Alright, let's go ahead and start by looking at this picture. When I tell a subtraction story, the first thing that I want to do is I want to find something and find what's different about it. So the first thing I wanted for us to do is I want us to focus on the apples. So I'm going to tell my first subtraction story about apples. What I notice that's different about these apples in the picture is some of them are hanging on the tree and some of them are fallen. When I tell a subtraction story, I want to start with how many I have all together. So first thing I want to do is count all those apples. Go ahead and count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So my story is going to start like this. I have 6 apples. Now I'll talk about what's different about them. 1 apple fell from the tree. How many are left? So listen to my subtraction story about the apples one more time. I have 6 apples. 1 fell from the tree. How many are left? When you tell a subtraction story, instead of saying how many in all, like we did for addition stories, the question for these is how many are left? To solve that story, you would count the apples that are still left in the tree. Next, I'm going to tell you a subtraction story about these spiders. I'm noticing that some spiders are hanging in the tree and some spiders are crawling away. I'm going to start my story by talking about all of the spiders. So let me count how many I have in all first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. My story can start like this. I have 8 spiders. 5 are crawling away. How many are left? Again, my important question is how many are left? I'm going to tell you one more story, and I'm going to talk about the bananas in this picture. So I want to start by saying how many bananas I have. I have 5 bananas. 3 of them are eaten. How many are left? Using that important question. For your assignment today, you're going to come up with a subtraction story for the bows and a subtraction story for the porridge. Okay. Make sure that you remember to start with how many you have, take some away, and then ask the question, how many are left?